It's the podcast. It's the podcast. It's the podcast. It's the
Podcast.
podcast. It's
Podcast.
the podcast. It's the podcast.
The podcast.
I was trying to riff off of that music, that countdown music at the start. That ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
That shit is sort of fire, yo. It is sort of fire. I cannot read your name right now, and I know it's going to be something that I know what it is, but then I'm mad because I'm like, what does it say? So what does your name say?
Patton Osballs.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, what the hell?
Now I've been thinking about these names.
Really? I just wait till the last minute. And I'm just like, what's the name that I can flip real quick that everyone knows? And I was like, Hulk Hogan, Bulk Hogan. Yes.
Man, smokes and jokes. Got to go deeper. Oh yeah.
I just like to go. We go for the podcast deeper, but for the name, I like to go something slightly sexual, but also still silly. You know what I mean? Ho Biden, Bulk Hogan. Stokely Carmichael. We keep it real, like, you know. Stokely Carmichael. We keep it real surface level for the names. We're here right now with my man. Tell him your name, baby.
It's your boy Phantom Fuego. What's going on, gang?
Yo. Tell us about yourself. What you do, man? What you do?
Hip hop artist, audio engineer. Do a little film thing a little bit.
What you mean dabble in a film thing a little bit? What does that mean?
Well,
you know, film thing a little bit.
I mean, I went to school for the film and stuff as well. I've shot a couple documentaries. I've done like some stuff, my Day in the Life series where I, cover different people's lives from different journeys. The most notable one I did, I covered this young lady who has a Life Don't Stop campaign. She's in a wheelchair. She plays wheelchair basketball for the wheelchair WNBA.
Oh, where is she nice?
Yeah, she's dope.
She be going between her legs or? Does it like can she like with the like I don't know, like I imagine.
Yeah, wait, okay, I get what you're saying. I get what you're asking.
Like is she like boom between the wheels?
I think there's different rules. There's different rules, right? Because
they definitely allow them to like bang their chairs and stuff, so they don't get fouls as much. It's kind of cool to watch though. Yeah,
no, that shit sound lit.
She was playing for
is there a traveling? Is there
they had a traveling team? Yeah, she was a part of the Nets.
Oh,
the Brooklyn Nets version.
No, not a traveling team. A traveling charge.
Oh, was
it? Travel.
That's preposterous. But since they did have a traveling team, did they all take their wheelchairs with them, or did they come and have wheelchairs there?
Nah, you got to play in like the ball wheelchair. So you had your regular wheelchair, but then they give you like the
they give you the local. Oh, okay,
yeah, like the one with the sharp wheels and all that.
I wondered that. Like if like you know what I mean. And like this, because do they travel in their wheelchairs? Is it close enough to get to there with their wheelchairs, or is it like they all go on a wheelchair and a bus? And like, how long does that take if every one of them got to get on the bus with a wheelchair? Because that's a long time.
It probably take a minute. Like I know she used to be like traveling all over doing the shit, like all over the country. Like damn, every team, just like they had a G League team, had a wheelchair team.
They had a wheelchair team.
Yeah, so she really used to go hard with it. But
that's crazy, yo. She went pro in Life Don't Stop.
Life Don't Stop. So that was cool.
Yeah. I want to shout a holler real quick. I want to shout a holler to my man who's also on the call. We're gonna pull him up to the forefront of the camera. Give it up for Chris Carr. BK Wildlife presents Chris Carr. Yo, what up, Chris Carr? What up? Chris Carr is. Tell him who you are, man. I don't,
I'm me, Parnhash Smash. I don't know, man. I make a lot of art, make a lot of creative work. I work with a lot of awesome creative people. Am I who I have been, who I will be, who I am now? Who knows, bro?
Yeah. Cancer survivor.
I've always got to come with the most complex answer to a survivor.
You gonna do that? Are you gonna say that or not?
Nah, bro. I'm still in the process of trying to survive. When you get diagnosed, they give you a 5-year window of likelihood of recurrence, and the first year is the highest likelihood. So they tell you don't tell nobody you're a survivor till you get out of that 5-year window, because you don't want to be talking all that. And then 2.5 years later, you back up in the hospital again, and you've done disappointed yourself and all that other stuff. But yeah, I'm over a year out, and so we doing well. My scans are back good. I lost my little pinky toe in the process, but we still
lost your pinky toe. I see you turning white.
You can't take the blackness off of me, but I didn't know when I was born black. I'm gonna be black. I'm gonna die black. You know,
I'm fucking with you.
That's sat by the door. There's a good quote from the light skinned brother on that one.
But that was my shit.
Now, what's funny is I grew up hearing about Yakub and the grafting process and Rat Cat Dog, and I was always like, man, that's some fake science. Well, they got some medicine.
They got you.
They got some medicine where they figured out something out here.
Oh no! They was like, "Yo, we're gonna send me Sosa you." But I'm happy for your process throughout the whole situation, and wherever you are right now physically. I'm happy that you are physically present and that you're mentally present and able to do the podcast today. I knew you were going to be on, so I didn't want to ask what were you smoking, even although me and my guy right here are partaking in the particulars of the moment. Also,
the homegirl is doing homemade edibles out here. I'm not going to say nothing about nothing. I don't know nothing. Y'all tu sabe, no sé nunca. But the homie is learning how to chef it up down the street. I will tell you that. So
okay, that's better for you, because smoke is bad, kids. If you just turned 18, because I got a parental restriction on this. If you just turned 18, smoke is bad. Smoking's not. Don't smoke, but eat edibles. And then if you must smoke with the least amount of tobacco as possible.
I agree.
I'm going for that. So we want to give way to some of the topics here. I think I sent you all the topics for today for the podcast. Joy, that first topic is yours. What you want to talk about? You wanted to talk
cocaine hippos, yo. So it's come like deadass. Escobar used to own some hippos, and now they're running wild in Colombia. Like his hippos got loose. Cocaine hippos are now running rampant in Colombia. This is real shit. It happened in the world.
Wow.
It's crazy.
So I'm wondering like, what other animals would Pablo Escobar have? Or like, if you were a cocaine kingpin, what wild ass animal would escape from your house after you get knocked by the feds or die?
I definitely would have had like racing quails. I would have had like a quail racing, like it would have just been like quail races in the back of my cocaine palace. Just race the quails, damn it! And like if the quail lost, it would be like shot, or like it would be like quail meat, or I'd be like Pablo Escobar. I'd feed a family with the losing quail or something like that.
That's fire.
Cocaine, no, like dead ass.
I think the cocaines they were hiding the cocaine. Was that why the hippos had cocaines in them? Or
no, it was like a part of their diet. Apparently, it was like one of those things, like people that raise pit bulls to fight and shit, and they just feed them pepper, and all this shit that's gonna aggravate them.
This might be fake news. I'm gonna check in on this.
No, it's definitely not fake news.
I was just reading the article, and I think they call him cocaine hippos because he had a zoo. He had this zoo that he created in the backyard of this cocaine palace that he had. And that's why they call them cocaine hippos. Because
they definitely ate the coca leaves, man.
All of these hippos.
That's 90% of your foliage is coca leaves. The hippos are high as fuck, dog. And they have like the aggressive behavior of somebody who's coked up. Like the super overly confident, aggressive behavior of like a cokehead.
Hippos though? That's all I want to know. Would they like slim out? Would they consider still be hippos, or would they just be like skinny big pigs?
Nah, B, they're still like fat as hippos.
They still fat as hell.
Like the authorities go back, they're like they don't want to shoot these hippos because they're hippos, but they're like cocaine hippos. So
that just sounds like a crazy overlap and combination I'd want to avoid. Hippos are the most dangerous animal in that part where they are in Africa. They kill more people than lions, kill more people than any other wild animal. And
yeah, bro, people don't know that shit.
Yeah, you ever seen a hippo today?
This is why we got Chris Carl on the show to have interesting facts about things that we don't know about.
Yeah, and they wild also in how aggressive they are. Yeah, man, and somewhat nocturnal. They in the packs, and you won't see them in the river. And so imagine on the cocaine, and they're huge, they're gigantic, and they're similar like how you would think bears are so big that you can outrun them. Nah, a hippo will mow you, like run you down.
They're hella fast. They weigh like 2 tons. Yeah, 1 to 2 tons, full grown.
But they're more dangerous in the water. If you're in a boat or if you're in a little small joint, you in the river, the hippos will dump your boat and then gore you. So I would be shook. Hippos on cocaine, definitely shook, daddy.
That is crazy. I'm getting crazy texts right now. I'm gonna go into that topic later. Because this is for Chris with the sideways dreads. But
I knew you coming to your show, and I was like, "What do we haven't done before?"
But for now, what new music are you guys listening to? Are you guys listening to any new music? Is there anybody I should be aware of? Anybody underground, overground, mainstream? What are you streaming right now? Is there any? No, that's not all.
You know who I listen to? I recently I tried to listen to that guy NLE Choppa or something like that. Somebody put out a remake of a Tupac song, and in the video they're in the Red Wings jersey, and he's doing the fake spitting at the camera.
Well, yeah, I saw that. I saw that thumbnail, but I didn't click on it.
Yeah, I tried listening to that. I tried listening more recently to Lil Baby. I tried listening. There's this dude called Mavi, Mavi.
Are you literally just listening to all the trap rappers or something? Yeah,
I do that. When it's late at night and when no one's around, so they don't know what I'm doing. I just go through it all, and I got to be up to date. I can't be one of these 40-year-olds that don't know nothing and then hate on the kids. I have to at least know what I'm talking about. And
you gotta know what you're hating on. So you're doing your hate research.
I'm doing some of them are dope. Like Lil Baby can rap. Like I'm not a fan of his music per se. I'm not target. Hey, come here. I'm not a target audience, but I can recognize talent. But then the other people I see where I'm like, ain't nobody ever gonna be Tupac again. And so
you got a pet quail or something over there? What you was calling?
Look, we got to keep the lights on around here. Whether it's a mule, whether I got to run, you don't worry about what I got going on.
Like, hey, quail! God damn it!
Get back to work.
Yeah.
Stop playing around over here. No, my neighbor's dog. But
okay, I'm gonna check out that NLE Choppa song later.
But Mavi, Mavi is dope. Is a cat. He kind of reminds me a little bit of Earl Sweatshirt, and I'm not too big into rappers that sound like other rappers, but Mavi is dope. And I'll think about it in a second. But there are a couple cats I've been listening to recently.
Joy, who you listening to over there?
Various artists. I've been really getting my culture back. So I've been back into classical music a lot. Right now I'm really digging on like these movie themes, like Star Wars and like the Star Trek themes, like just the orchestration of it.
I had an idea today. I'll tell you off camera about that, but I had an idea today about something like that.
All right, and then there's this other artist, Divine. I've been kind of checking out. He's been around for a while. He's like it's hip hop, but it's like Arabic hip hop. So it's just a different sound, and it's also like in this gorgeous language.
It's a lot of phlegm in that.
Huh?
He's spitting for real. I said it's a lot of phlegm in that talk. He's
you can't even hear the breath. You can't even hear the breath work. It's effortless. Yeah. Effortless. I will not allow you to be casually racist right now.
How is that racist? It's just more accurate.
Casual racism. Like
it's casual. It's light. It's like, yeah, maybe not racism, but it's a little subtle.
That's what it's called. It's like casual bigotry, casual racism. It's just
How?
like those little things that are funny and are true, but also are like low key offensive to somebody who doesn't find it funny.
No. I think casual racism has to deal with like prejudice or like some kind of the reality of Arabic is that there's a lot of hakum sounds.
They don't spit on nobody though, bro. Like that's where.
No, but I was saying that he's a rapper. He's spitting.
I got the joke.
You don't know from funny.
I didn't say you are racist. I didn't say anything, Bulk Hogan. I'm just saying. I'm glad Joy said it. I was just giving you the look. I'm letting the people out there know if you see me do this.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm here for. That like, yo, just let's call it what it is and move on. Like, we're not gonna sit here and act like that shit was not what that was.
I'm done commenting on your comedy. You know how I feel about enough stuff. You hit me with the how come you don't support me in public? It's like, bro, I will spend money to support you in public, but I also say how I feel. So instead, I'll just and then Joy can say it.
Yeah. We all got a perspective.
Chris is like Nana. Chris is like Nana in the house. You understand what it is.
Yo, he's mad PC. Chris is PC culture. Like he changed, man. I remember back in the day, he was a Brooklyn Wildlife cat. Now he's Brooklyn Tame Life. No,
he's probably just Brooklyn grown up life. Like, stop it. Like
this is Henny egging me on, and I learned a year and a half ago. Part of me in my recovery is I don't let people egg me on. I gotta keep my mind right, keep my body right. But I'm a bug out with this PC stuff. I've never been PC. Motherfuckers don't like what I talk about. It doesn't help me to tell people how I really feel. It just ends up with everyone mad at me. PC would be like.
So I'm gonna just jump to the next. Subject because
that's just the way of the world.
I was gonna give you some time, and I ain't like the attitude right now, so I'm gonna come straight at it. Black male feminist. Do they exist? Are you saying, Chris Carr, that you're a feminist?
Look, if the principle of feminism is to make sure that women are treated equally as humans, I support that to the fullest. If the principle of feminism is to address the historical misrepresentation and the underrepresentation and oppression, I why would I ever have a problem with that? Do I use these titles? Did not say.
Are you? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I've seen this man. He got. I wouldn't say. I guess that's a wrong thing to say, but he got 2 left feet. But if
you're gonna get into it, you got to get it right. It's a right foot that don't have a toe. All right.
No. I mean,
he said a right foot.
No toe. No. I mean, like I've never seen you actually like bust an actual dance move. Right? He's never actually bust a dance move.
Oh, he said you don't be on the dance floor.
You don't be on the dance floor.
You don't be getting to it on the dance floor.
But
see me.
I don't understand what that is.
I was in the dance floor.
Crazy at party.
I was in the Jamaican joints in the dance floor. You don't know about what I was doing.
But Chris Carr,
the BOGO bounce.
Chris Carr, Parnasnikowski, can dance around a topic. He can dance around a topic. I'm just asking a simple question.
I'm straight to the point. See, what you're trying to do is distract people and get into some argument about language.
Are you a feminist?
First wave, second wave, third wave. Which version you going with?
Do you identify as a feminist today on today?
That's what I'm saying. These words, you got to put them in context. A 50-year-old white lady means something different about feminism than an 18-year-old black man, right?
Does it? Is there not just an umbrella?
As the only feminine here.
Okay.
Like the main feminine here. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to deny y'all. I won't deny y'all femininity.
This is important to me because I see a lot. Joy, before you go in and tell me your actual feminist, I see a lot of ideal bashing on the internet. Ideal bashing for the sake or the idea of this umbrella idea of feminism. So for me, as non-feminine, as a man who doesn't identify as feminine, I have a problem with it. So you tell me what feminism is, I guess. You tell me the differences of feminism between a 50-year-old woman and an 18-year-old black woman, a 50-year-old white woman and an 18-year-old black woman, and then and tell me if there can be a male feminist, please.
So the simplest way to explain it is that, yes, there is a difference. And Chris basically explained what the difference is when he said first wave, second wave, or third wave, which one you're rolling with, right? So each wave had its own kind of impact. First wave of feminism was about women, right? But it really was only about white women, even though all women participated in it. And then when there was the equal rights, in the 60s, it was still just about white women using black women to like basically co-opting their work for their own end goal. So it was about women's rights, but it was still really just about white women's rights. That's why, even like, this is a great example. This year we celebrate the 100th anniversary of women getting the right to vote. Yes. However, during that time in 1920, Black women couldn't vote, even though they were a very large part of that caucus. Asian women couldn't vote, even though they did hella groundwork for that as well. There was a Chinese Exclusion Act, which excluded Asian women, excluded any person that was labeled Chinese, even though it was put on everyone that might have been Mexican, Japanese. It didn't really matter if you looked Asian, you were Chinese. My point is, every wave of feminism was really just centered around white women. Even the third wave to an extent, but the third wave is different because it's the most radical form where you had Black women censored, right? Even to this day, Gloria Steinem says she cannot take credit for any of the things she is credited for, except to give it to Black women. Like, she'll go and name various Black women that she gives it to, because she understands that there has been a co-opting and a decentering of that intersection. Third wave feminism, and really to an extent womanism, which is really what the most people of color identify with when we talk about feminism. We more identify with womanism because it more speaks to the intersectionality of our experience, right? We might be women, but some of us are Black women, some of us are white women, some of us are Asian women. Like, some of us, we're all different types of women. And most waves of feminism did not recognize that intersectionality that takes place.
So is feminism over? Is feminism over? Is it like?
I think we should really, personally, my personal thought is that the work for equity and balance and wholeness for all human beings is not going to ever really be over until we birth a generation until the generation now, like my kids, until they grow up. That's possibly when the humanism will move over, right? Because part of the flaw of feminism is thinking that it's against masculine. So everything that's framed as masculine is now fighting to be like, oh yeah, it now becomes a reactionary thing where we only react to each other instead of cooperate with each other. Okay. And also another difference. Last thing about, I'll say, all right. So the last thing with third wave feminism is that, like, people like Bell Hooks had a really radical approach to feminism in stating things like, we cannot have true equality without the freeing of boys and men as well, right? Because just as we've been oppressed by misogyny and patriarchy, men have been oppressed, and over time it shows more and more, right? When men are forced to be in a box of strength or stoicism, or you have to only do this and be this sort of way, that has disastrous results, as we see in the world. But now men are getting to be whole people. Y'all are exploring your mental health, your spiritual health, your emotional health. These are all things that you're exploring as well, and being allowed to express, or allowing yourselves to express. You know what I'm saying?
Being encouraged.
And being encouraged to express, you know what I mean? And that's because we're in the midst of that work right now. That's not something, it's not going to be over until
that's the work of feminism. You're saying feminism liberated men to be able to be vulnerable. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that one of the waves of feminism recognizes that need of incorporation, where it's not feminism, quote unquote, isn't necessarily just about women and us being equal to you. It's about us all being equal to each other, us being allowed to be whole ass full people. Like, why are you not allowed to cry if you are hurt? That makes no fucking sense.
And recognizing that the patriarchy affects men as well. And so if you're anti-patriarchy, it doesn't make you anti-male. If you're interested in removing oppression, that's a freedom seeking for all, right?
What's wrong with patriarchy?
When I'm gonna get to, hold on 2 seconds. So when you bring up feminism, there are feminists who think, well, that means women do whatever they want. So women in sex work is an extension of feminist agenda and being liberated to do such. There are other feminists that say no, having your body consumed as product in a capitalist system is anti-womanist because it's anti-human. Humans shouldn't be traded and sold in a capitalist system. So there is no one way to look at feminism. That was my whole point. I agree with Joy when it comes to the liberation of humans and the history of how there has been patriarchy, which is hegemony and power, and laws that said, women, you aren't citizens. Laws that said, women, you can't get inheritances. Laws that said, your husband can rape you and you can't do nothing about it. Laws that said...
There were laws that used to arrest the husband for the crimes of the wife.
You know, and so that's where you get into patriarchy. You're getting into a system that continues itself. It's not even about the people in it. It's about, even if no one does anything, the status quo continues to put these half the human population in a position of insubordination. But also keep in mind, I'm not then saying that women never had no power, because Fuego and I have talked about this. I am not one of those dudes who wants to act like my mom, my grandmother, my great-grandmother were useless or had no power in the world. I recognize the power of women in the same way I recognize
there is a lot of talk as if women have been powerless, and I'm just like, the wars that we start or that have been started with women in mind doesn't.
Well, also understand about systemically destroying these things. It's not. Yeah. People have individual power. Even us as a community, us four on the screen, we have some type of power in the world over. We exercise our power in the world over our own life, but like systemically, there's still things in play that will like keep you in your little boxes until you push past them. Only one way, gotta break the matrix.
Yeah, break it. Break it. Now, the question I have for you, Oheni, is what do we lose as Black men by accepting some of the statements being made?
I'm glad you asked me that.
How does it harm you? Okay.
I feel that we lose the individuality that is set forth in everything else that we do, or the order, I want to say, which allows individuality. The president can be anyone in theory, but still there's a president. There's a democracy. We've been through different governmental systems which says, hey, this sort of works for us as human beings. That's why it's like, all right, we implement certain things in our society that allows freedom, but also there's some order to it so that we can function properly. The
time out to make sure I understand what you're saying. You think that having a president or a singular leader is some natural outgrowth that actually helps people, or do you think that that's imposed by violence and military?
No, I think that having the president has been the natural formation of what we're allowing, and if it was supposed to be different, we would have it to be different. We would grow from the time of dictatorship.
Why we'll have some issues as we get longer into this conversation. I don't think things are unnatural, so it developed naturally, but based on murder, violence, and suppression of other people. So that people but we don't want that in our society for men.
Why not? That's natural.
Brutalizing, the idea of natural is very difficult to conceptualize because there are so many cultures that didn't do this, which are also natural. So why can't we go to that form of nature, that form of being? Why are we stuck in this perpetual cycle of violence and harm? That's not the only natural way of existing.
What? I can't hear you. I think you're on mute. You're on mute.
Yeah, because I didn't want to be associated with the foolishness he was about to say earlier. But patriarchy says patriarchy says that the world can only exist through violence. I interject that there, right? Because like I don't think you're answering the question at all. And what you said has nothing to do with feminism.
Look, listen, I didn't get a chance to finish my point. He interrupted me, but
no, I just wanted to get it. Yeah.
Even when you're eating, I'm eating right now. I'm chewing. If this is a cookie, but if I was eating a salad, I would be crunching that salad in my teeth, and I would be. That's a form of violence.
Are we? This is what we're doing now.
It all ends in violence. It all ends in violence. Like
so the natural order of animals eating plants, you're going to compare to the natural order of that to men beating the shit out of women. Is that what we're about to do?
I didn't say men beating women.
No. But is that what we really about to do here? Are we going to compare that?
No, we're not. No, we're not going to do that today.
You're trying to mix. You're trying to mix up my words to make it seem like you know what I mean.
I'm not. I'm trying to get to the point here.
That's what that's called. That's called conflation. He's trying to conflate my ideas.
I'm not conflating your ideas. What you're trying to do is create false parallels and false equivalences. And so the natural fact that like humans eat dead things, so there's violence in the world. Got you. That doesn't mean dudes should be able to beat the hell out of their wives. That doesn't mean that.
It doesn't mean, but it doesn't. But it also doesn't mean that you shouldn't have. There shouldn't be military coups. It doesn't mean that people shouldn't storm the Capitol. It doesn't mean that fucking gangs should.
It's a constitutional right.
Cops or gangs.
Wait. You can't bring the Constitution into it because that was also a document that left out like 3/4 of the people that existed.
It did not.
To a degree.
It did not.
Were there any
you had to keep going back to amend that bitch, right?
Yeah. Were there any women in the Constitutional Congress?
No, not one.
Not at the time, but
maybe native ones.
All men are created equal, even women.
And there may have been that one
in the room.
That mixed black dude that's on the back of the $2 bill. But the Constitution's fake. I don't put no legitimacy in the Constitution.
What mixed black dude on the back of the $2 bill? I don't think I've ever seen it. Is that Andrew Jackson? I thought Andrew Jackson was on the back of the $2 bill.
Nah, on the back of the $2 bill.
Is Obama on the back of the $2 bill?
Mulatto. He's mixed race, but that was the way people were like, no, there were black people involved, and I'm most people.
There was a Frenchman involved in some shit like that.
Yeah, if you were Octoroon, I still say you black. So there was some like mixed black dude who's on the $2 bill. But anyway, Henry, can we get back to the thing of how were you hurt by accepting that women have had a disproportionate amount of violence? That's
not what I'm saying, but that's not just the agenda. I'm totally anti-violence against women, but that's not just the agenda. And when I say agenda, I don't want to use it in a negative way, but all I can say is like a schedule or waves, how things happen in waves. That's a schedule, which is an agenda. Like we're trying to have it progress in a certain way. I don't see how the agenda or the schedule of what feminism stands for is ultimately actual freedom. Because anytime I've said I'm not a feminist, before I can even finish the rest of the statement, there's a problem with me being like, I'm not a feminist. And that to me is like dictatorship in any direction. The inability to hear the other side in any direction is problematic. In any direction. I don't care if I don't believe everybody to be happy. That's problematic.
I don't believe in the two-way street of social dynamics and power if it hasn't been a two-way street. So if women have not been dictators, trying to say they're pulling dictatorships,
women have never been dictators.
They're humans. That's not power. What is it? What's the quote?
In our society, women. I'm not saying women don't have power. Mothers have power. I grew up in a matriarchal family, so I understand mothers have power. Women have power. And Fuego, you and I have talked about the influence on what happens when women dislike their own sons, and when women, teachers or educators or women in society that do have influence dislike young black men. So but that's different than dictatorship. Dictatorship is national. Is never.
They had queens.
There's never. We in America.
Rolling all of the islands.
We know around the world we can have exceptions to the rule. I can sit here and name you all types of exceptions to rules.
Of course.
But we have to admit, in our country, has there ever been more women on the Supreme Court than men? Have there ever been more women in Congress than men? Have there ever been?
To also argue about who set it up that way, though, good brother.
Again, I'm not in disagreement. I think the language is the funny part. I think, oh, Henny, you're bucking against the language of feminism, but I'm not sure if you know what it is to say you're not up down with it.
That's what everybody always tries to use. That they try to say ignorance as if I have an incapability of understanding what feminism is just because I disagree. And that right there, capability. I'm gonna keep it moving. Because that right there to me is.
I don't know. I just think choosing to be ignorant about something is possibly the worst thing of all.
Yes. I didn't say I was ignorant about it.
You're gonna hate on it. Do your research.
You just piggybacked and agreed with him. I didn't say I was ignorant about it.
I didn't say you were ignorant either.
You guys talk.
I just didn't say you were anything.
Okay. Okay.
If we want to have a fun
I will say you got 3 more topics to go. We 36 minutes in though.
Yes.
I just wanted to throw in a fun history fact. If you ever get a chance, look up if you haven't done so already, this thing called the Treaty of Peace by the Iroquois Nation. The people that were running New York, the Native American nations and the Native American empires that were running New York, and as well as parts of Canada and down into the Connecticut area, etc. Before the Constitution and before the Articles of Confederation took over, they actually copied their Treaty of Peace to make the Constitution in the Articles of Confederation prior. In their construct, they had the whole Supreme Court was just women. And those women had to decide who the men were that would sit in the Senate seats. And those men had to designate by wearing the names of those women on their chassels and on the seats. And so for settlers to come here and see that all the Supreme Court judges were women and specifically set it to oppose that means they saw it one way and said, just thought I'd throw that a little bit in there. But it's the Treaty of Peace. Hiawatha, who we all be hearing about in 6th grade, but they never give us all the information.
Treaty of Justice.
Fuck those schools.
Treaty of Justice.
Fuck them schools. I said it.
R.I.P. Cicely Tyson.
Oh my God.
Cicely Tyson died at 96 years old.
Life well lived.
Yo, that's crazy. 96 years old. What the fuck, yo? Like, anybody, you got any favorite? Do you have any favorite Cicely Tyson movies, or do you?
Well, I mean, just overall, I love all of her work, and just the fact that her most recent run of stuff from 2016 to 2020 was working with who's this other beautiful sister that's an actress on
Viola Davis.
On How to Get Away with Murder. She was working with Viola Davis on How to Get Away with Murder, and it's like she make everybody look lazy. Cicely Tyson, man, I swear to God, like she make me feel like I need to just reverse time and try to start all over because she accomplished so much, and even as a 80-year-old, 90-year-old woman, she didn't let nothing stop her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm 30 and I be feeling hurt and old. Like I can only imagine what Cicely Tyson be going through. Like that work ethic is crazy.
Yeah. You got Chris. What you about to say? You got something to say about Cicely Tyson?
I was just agreeing with the homie. Like that the inspiration. I think it's interesting how when there was so few positions available for folks, how certain people are able to take whatever little narrow opening in that window and smash that thing open and make more room for other people to come through. And the folks are right out there. There's certain people that you let one in, they bring in a whole family, and that's what you know. And so I was kind of too young for I think that prime area of Cicely Tyson, or like, you know, I was born in 78, so I was aware. And I caught some of the later years, but then when I got older and went back and was like, wait, she was in this, she was in that, she was in it, bruh. I ain't even, you know, it's almost unbelievable how committed to the work people were.
Yeah. I thought she
I knew
was in
on TV.
So what?
I knew Cicely Tyson mostly from TV. Like
From
she
TV.
was from TV. She's been doing parts on TV for a minute. That's the other thing. Cicely Tyson was also like a household name because my grandparents grew up with her as a star thing. So like she was someone I can't personally remember the things I've seen her do in my childhood, but I know I watched movies with Cicely Tyson in them. By the time I was really in her, she was already old and on TV.
Yeah,
it was like Touched by an Angel and shit or something like that.
She's supposed to be. I think she was related to somebody.
Nah, but also the thing about Cicely Tyson as an actress.
That's crazy.
That's a party right there.
Also, just as an actress, always brought like The Color Purple too. She's in fucking Color Purple.
Cicely Tyson's in The Color Purple. Mm-hmm. As what? Huh?
I don't know any of the characters except from Celie. I don't know anything about Color Purple.
She's in one of these black movies, like these super black movies. She was in Idlewild.
She was in Roots.
She was in Roots. So that's the first time I saw Cicely Tyson, Roots, and that's why I said on TV because I saw the
autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman. That was one of my favorite movies.
Miss Jane Pittman was fire.
Yeah.
Apparently, she was in The Help, but ain't no goddamn Color Purple here. Don't try to sell me on that. Hold on.
No, it's not Color. I didn't say necessary. I said one of the super black movies, like one of the black trifecta. Roots, Queen, and The Color Purple. These are three like super black films that like they're hella black films. Yeah. Black. But as an actress, she's one of these actresses that always brings grace and just dignity to her roles, like all of her roles. It doesn't matter what she's playing. She's like, she just has this air of grace and dignity. That's what I think about Cicely Tyson.
Absolutely.
You know,
she was a model for a little bit too. She was a model for a little bit. I think she's like Whitney Houston.
Back in the day, she was popping.
Ain't she related to Whitney Houston too?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Dionne Warwick.
Maybe that's Dionne Warwick. Yeah. Why do men send unsolicited dick pics?
Patriarchy.
It makes no sense. Don't nobody, even if a woman likes you, she don't want you to just send the dick with no ask. It's not like a fun surprise to wake up to. Yo, did you see the silhouette challenge? Nicole Phoenix posted something about a silhouette challenge. I made the mistake of clicking this. Man, I've seen some naked people. I shoot naked people. I've seen a lot of dicks. I'm not afraid of it. Bruh, in about 4 minutes, I saw more dicks than I've seen in a whole goddamn 5-year time period. It was
you
wild.
watched 4 minutes?
Yo, that's saying something too. Everywhere.
I watched the other shit. I'm like, yo, what is going on the internet? I research, and I'm not scared of dick. I can look at dick all day. It don't make me want to touch it. I'm all right. And if it did, I'd be fine too. You know, if you want to touch some dick, go touch some dick. I'm just letting you know.
If you don't want to touch some dick, watching 4-minute videos of dick seems awkward to me.
Maybe you got some things to sort out internally, and I'm very comfortable with myself.
I got some things to sort out. I got some.
What makes it uncomfortable? All I said was
you don't want to see no dick. You don't want to touch dick, but yet you're watching dick. Mm-mm. Are you also touching the screen?
Pause. Please pause.
What I just put my dick on the screen. I did this on the screen.
Yeah, oh my God, yo. Oh my God.
I mean, we all seen movies where they had nudity in it, man. I mean,
yeah, nudity is one thing. Like you're watching a movie, dick, you're like, oh, it's a dick. I get it, but you're watching a porno, okay. But 4 minutes of just dick silhouettes, not even dicks, dick silhouettes, and then I got a problem with that being problematic.
Maybe maybe he doesn't have the problem. Maybe whoever sent it to him has the problem. I don't know. People are wild on the internet. People are fucking bugging out. The other day, I got a video of the Buss It challenge, right? You know, Buss It, right? So this girl's in this bathrobe. She's doing a bust. She's like in her bathrobe, and then the Buss It part comes, and she's riding some dude's dick. And I was like, what? Like, and the shock of it, right? much like the same shock you receive when a random dick pic is like a random dick is sitting in your inbox, right? It's just like you don't realize how long you actually been looking at it because you're just really shocked that it's even there. Like, what the fuck are you doing there?
Also, I had to see the competition out there because my dick's already been on the internet. I got no problem. So I was sitting there like, oh, dick challenge. I'm gonna have to throw my hat in the ring. And then I also realized with the internet, Bama's won it way more than me. They got the special lighting going on. They got the camera angles. I was just going to be in my house, and then I was like, I can't do this challenge. I'm gonna just sit my ass down and actually, I got to dip in a second. But also, it's healthy, man. Like every once in a while, you know, I've seen a lot of the human form and try to understand what's going on out here. And when's the last time somebody sent me a challenge of just dudes on the internet trying to show off their man print and silhouettes and dicks? It was funny to me. It's the human experience.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not mad at you, Chris Carr. Is there anything that you want to
hashtag for this dick silhouettes? Because I'd like to see dick silhouettes.
It's silhouette challenge. Male or men silhouette challenge. You'll see it.
Right.
There's more than you can. I'm talking light.
I don't want to see the dicks, but I don't mind seeing the silhouettes, especially for the artistic value of it. Like aesthetically, silhouettes are very nice.
And now I feel like I'm weird if I go on the internet like, what does this challenge look like? Now that's weird.
That's the power of marketing and why we need to use this word of mouth to get our own art and music out. Because you talk to motherfuckers about the same thing for 5 or 10 minutes straight, somebody gonna go check it, even if it's something they don't never want to see.
That's how you make your network. That's how you make your network.
What do you want to promote before you get off the camera here?
Thoughts of an Angry Black Man. I wrote a book. It took me forever. I talk about my experiences being a black man. They'd be like, why are you so angry? There's a quote by James Baldwin about any Negro who's not angry. Like, are they conscious? You know, I'm not saying this quote right, but you can look up the history on it. Yeah. And it's also about love. It's actually about vulnerability and expressing the hope and the joy that I have working with people like Fuego, working with people like Ohene, working with people like Joy. And recognizing like, yo, we got our stories to tell. Let's tell the story.
Better recognize your power. Anything else? Black land ownership.
Black land ownership. I mean, I got too many things to plug. Anybody want to holler at me? It's just Parn Hash. I'm the only one on the internet. Parn Hash Nikovsky, Brooklyn Wildlife. Love yourselves. Love your neighbor. You know, we gonna be all right. You know, we gonna make it through.
Yeah. Speaking of books, I'm gonna use my Pop's books right here. My Pops is on the internet. He got his own biography right here. I don't know if y'all can see that right there.
Celebrate that.
Eagle Eye, the original Man of America. It sells on Amazon. I don't know how much it is, but he told me I came out of his nutsack, so I gotta promote it. So I was like, man, let me read it before I promote it.
Henry's Pops is so real. I met this cat and I meet people who are like, nice to meet you. And they give me that cordial type of like, oh yeah, his pops gave me the like, I don't care. Like he gave me.
My pops will shake your forearm. He don't shake your hand. He shake your forearm.
Ohene's pops is so like, you understand Ohene, but you don't understand his dad. Like meeting his dad helps you understand Ohene, but I understand Ohene's dad. It's going to take me like another decade. Like that man is on his own mission.
Yeah, he got his paintings and stuff. So I just wanted to promote the book right here. I was supposed to do I brought this for sound effects for some reason right here. I haven't figured out how to use this yet. All right,
use that as my outro music.
Yeah. Oh.
Appreciate y'all. Much love. I'll see y'all soon. Fuego. Continue healing, bro. You like the $6 million man. Much love.
Lord has get your black ass off my TV. Paul has get your black ass off my TV. All right. Hey, we winding down now. We got a couple of more topics before we go. Do you watch basketball?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. You got to get into your basketball, Joy. If you're gonna get into these topics here, because it's a podcast, we got to talk about everything. LaMelo Ball, why is he not starting, man?
Because his coach hates him and his father.
You think his coach hates him and his father?
Oh, absolutely. I think that since the first day that he got there, that it was a problem because if you recall, he wore number 1 through his international play and in high school and all that, and he has this whole Puma $100 million contract surrounded around him being not from this world, being one of one. And so there's a kid, Malik Monk, on the team who wears number 1, and they tried to buy the number off him, and it was like, nah. And then they turned into a whole situation, and then you saw Malik Monk didn't play for like the first 2 weeks. So it's a ton of infighting going on Charlotte right now.
Word.
They're gonna have to figure out whose team they want that to be, and I don't see why it would not be nobody else but Melo.
That's LaMelo's team. I'm like, that boy be coming on playing the game, son. I'm like, and he just need more time and more minutes.
More minutes.
He should be starting that game. You know what I mean?
Fact.
He's the lead point guard. I'm mad.
And even if he was trash, the entertainment value of LaMelo Ball, the entertainment value of the Ball family, these dudes had a $40 million a season Facebook show.
A word?
$40 million a season they was getting paid for that Facebook show, bro.
Wow, I didn't
crazy.
know
What?
Yeah. Crazy.
Let that nigga start. Get y'all ticket sales up.
Come on.
That ticket
Just
sales
for
up.
value alone.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well,
All his fans will buy season passes just because, even though they can't come.
I guess he
got
got
a wrestler on WWE, all that.
They making him work for it. They're giving him but I don't think he's shy about the work. Like he look like he worked
absolutely
hard and
not
shit like that. All right, I'm gonna switch it over to the Knicks. Yo, you like the Knicks?
I mean, I feel like they're like the obligatory team as a New Yorker that you gotta kind of like give a little bit of your attention, but they hurt me on the inside of that.
Oh, you're even supposed to be saying stuff like that. I feel
I said some shit like that last time. And he was like, what?
Yeah, that's it. Like I thought he was gonna come through with the like, yeah, go New York, go New York, go. But he's
I told him, Brooklyn, my new bitch. Stop bringing up my ex. Like, stop it.
Your ex a bad team though, yo. The New York Knicks is crazy.
You can have her. You can have her.
No,
You can still have her. I'm riding with my bitch right now. Like, Brooklyn.
I don't know if yo, but nah, Brooklyn is nice right now. I ain't gonna front, and I luckily, like, you know, I'm from New York, so we could claim the fame.
You good either way.
Yeah, but
wait.
I feel like this is, I don't know, it plays into some kind of COVID stuff because New York is down like a mug in terms of the city, but they got some of the best basketball happening here right now.
Absolutely.
And our football team got a while back. So I was like, damn, son, we need to be focused more in the bubble.
Make the bubble a regular thing. Like, let's normalize the bubble.
Yeah, like every year we just they go into the bubble for like 2 months before the season starts, and they just go into the bubble. Or the first half of the season is just in the bubble. And then they let them out, you know what I mean? Let them on the streets or some shit. I don't know.
It might be more focused.
Definitely more focused. The Utah Jazz was playing a lot better when they were in the bubble, yo.
A lot of teams was.
Hell yeah. Denver Nuggets was playing a lot better when they was in the fucking bubble. They came out.
They looked like they was going to win the chip in the bubble for a second.
But you know what? That's when you know they brought the hose in. That's when they bring the hose in the bubble.
Yeah.
Right? Because
all up.
y'all love each other, but y'all got breaking points, right? When you see a team about to snap, that's because them niggas ain't get the fuck in a minute.
Yeah,
they about to blow.
I ain't mad at them though. I've been thinking about like stepping back away from the fucking and just like, you know, being a soldier, just walk around angry and shit with that nut inside you.
You don't have to be angry. You can exercise it out in other ways. Put it back into your body. Put it back into your art. That's why my celibate
my own dick. How would I coming inside my own dick sounds very painful to me.
I mean, nobody said you can't masturbate. Have sex with yourself.
No.
I figure out ways to make you happy, and you know what I mean, to try different things.
I don't do my meat no more. I've retired from doing my meat. I said it.
Why? That's you should never give up on yourself, man.
Nah, I ain't give up on myself. Like I would just rather wait. I'm just around here just I could beat my meat all day, every day. Beating my meat was is a worse drug than smoking weed.
That's a fact. It's counterproductive.
So I'd rather not. Like, worse than smoking weed, son. I'll smoke like 3 blunts a day sometimes. Nigga, I could beat off like 8 times. I wouldn't and don't do nothing. Just be in the house. Just exasperated.
Lazy.
Exasperated. I was like, so I would rather not. I'll just wait it out. You know. Maybe if I see a shorty get that quick first one in, and then what I mean. If she got enough patience, we figure it out from there. This is what I wanted to do. I want to play my man Phantom's song real quick before we get out of here, and then we let you plug your plugs and shit like that.
Appreciate it.
Yo, can you send me the plugs in the private chat?
Smoking all the bundles.
Got you.
Got a brother feeling on 100.
Text it, all this stuff like that. Got you.
Second T, what up? What's I got you, right? You like. Get to it! Yo, smoking all the bundles. Got a brother feeling on 100. Fly to get mine on the East Coast. Kitchen all I need to keep me flooded.
What to put the URLs?
Screaming like the crowd going nuts, so when that chair getting treat you half court, roll that thing up by the half O. Roll that thing up all hip raps. Never ever have a OD, but the king took a couple dirt naps. Hey, day rolling up the best pack. Inhale, exhale, and reload it. Hey, day rolling up the best pack. Keeping that grounded emotion set. Oh, boy, I roll it. Roll it. Oh, boy, I roll it. Set. Oh, boy, I roll it. Yeah, oh, boy, I roll it. Yeah, oh, boy, I roll it. Set. Oh, boy, I roll it. Yeah, oh, boy, I roll it. Set. Oh, boy, I roll it. Roll it. Set. Oh, boy, I roll it. Roll it. Set. Oh, boy, I roll it. Set. Oh, boy, I roll it. Yeah, oh, boy, I roll it. Set. Oh, boy, I roll it. Yeah, boy, I roll it. Set. Oh, boy, I roll it. Yeah, boy, I roll it. Set. Oh, boy, I roll it. Roll it. Yeah, boy, I roll it. Keep me flying, that packing we soaring. I'm astronaut soaring, going and going. I'm going and going. The East Coast got it. Now one trip to LA. Let's buzz in my pocket. Got that motion and pose. My brain's in the ocean. My smoke can be different. Haters can deny it. I'm smoking that old boy. I roll it, that old boy. Them flowers so potent. My brain's in the ocean. That keys got me geeking. Them nails got me coughing. And these got me floating. I'm coasting and sparking up this fire and hell it in the air. My lungs feel the freedom of the air. Killing my brain cells, then fuck it. Who needs them? Stop lying. That ganja, that sweet marijuana, not doing no harm. Fuck you all, big pharma. I'm doing marijuana. Let's go.
Appreciate that, yo. Good looks.
Yo, what y'all saying? What's your like recording process? Like you produced that? Who produced that?
Psycho T, this dude from out in I don't want to say UK. Everybody says UK, but like Bristol is what is it?
Bristol?
Yeah.
Bristol.
Something.
You said Bristol.
I think it's Bristol. Is it some
Bristol?
BRI? I can't. Don't get me lying. But he's overseas dude, really dope. Psycho T, definitely appreciate him for that joint. Yeah, man, it just a lot of people been giving the record love. It kind of just organically came together, and it's been kind of dope.
Yeah, how the record came together? Like,
it was crazy because I didn't actually meet Psycho T first. My man Wes, shout out to my boy Wes, met Psycho T first, and they was working together because Wes got a couple people tapped in with Pigeons and Planes and MTV and all that, and he got this really dope acoustic guitar artist that he's been pushing. But he also still does some hip hop stuff. And they ended up linking with this dude Psycho T while they was over there doing a tour. And then just one thing led to another, and I ended up just getting on the joint, and I'm just so appreciative, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, man.
Let me end this right here because there's only one remaining on that one.
Yo, you never told us what you smoking, dog.
Oh yeah, I was smoking. What were we smoking?
We are smoking Travis Cherry.
Travis Cherry mixed with some platinum, OG platinum, just regular OG platinum. But Travis Cherry, I don't know. I guess go to Leafly and Google Travis Cherry and see what is Travis.
Nah,
Cherry?
It sounds too much like tragedy or travesty.
I thought it was gonna be Travis.
I wouldn't want to smoke it.
It's a sativa dominant, so it's like really for the uppers and the energy and all that.
Nice.
For the creativity, like, you know, socializing, good for like anxiety, PTSD. But it'll definitely keep you up. It's definitely got like an energy kick to it. So I'll be balancing it out with a little CBD. So you know, get that nice balance going.
Okay.
Yeah, you seem super cherry too.
yeah. And which this is a Pacific OG CBD mixed with some white CBG. You guys know about CBG?
What's CBG?
So you guys know that there's like mad different cannabinoid chemicals in the weed plant itself, and we really only know about CBD and THC because they refuse to do research on the plant to let people know about all the amazing things it could do for agriculture, textiles, the medicine industry, all that. So the long and short of it is, there's mad different ingredients, let's just say, in the plant that could help people in so many different ways that until they really give us research to do it, we won't know. And there's like 300 different cannabinoids in the plant. Not all of them have medicinal properties. Some of them just have like different flavors. Like people could use them for flavor profiles, but a lot of them have like real good effects for the body. And like so many people could use it, from military people to athletes to kids that have like schizophrenia and all that, but they won't let us really get to it, and it's trash.
Yeah, hemp as a part of the reason they won't legalize marijuana is because hemp as a fabric is 10 times stronger than denim,
and it's super cheap to grow.
And it's very it's cheaper to grow than cotton is, and easier to weave as well. So it cuts a lot of the cost down. It doesn't wear as fast or as easily as denim does. Like denim usually takes a long time to really get beat up. Like that's one of the qualities of that. Yeah, so it would shut down a lot of different industries that are very big lobbyists and able to control laws, you know.
No, that's crazy. Yo, man,
that's what it needs to be, son. Break the system.
Yeah, yo, bet on Reddit, man. Yo, we looking at Reddit to the stock. We gonna get
how y'all felt about that this week? That was crazy.
I love
it. Robinhood?
The whole Reddit. Did you see what happened with they bought the GameStop stock and drove it up?
Yeah, and with Robinhood, the app that now everybody's being told to like move their stocks out of. Yeah, it was all a bunch of bull. It's no comment, B. Like no comment.
It's all fake. It's all fake money. That's what I understand. And that if you can cash out on fake money to make real money, then do this shit. Like the thing is that Robinhood app, a part of the problem is that they couldn't give the money to the people that they were asking for. You know what I mean? So like these people basically got rich off of money that doesn't really exist. You know what I mean? So some people cashed out quick.
Well, no money really exists. Does any money actually exist?
I guess at this point, no. I guess
I mean, maybe just precious metals.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, but how few are those? You know, there's not that many
to represent
of that left, and our reserve is based on nothing because we don't have gold to back up the money that's in our reserve. That's been proven.
We have guns and we have power. So if you say the money is worth this much,
you better.
Yeah, and I got a bridge I could sell you right down the block. Like,
hey, I'll buy that bridge. How much? How much is the bridge? How much? Does it come with a blanket?
$20. Everything in Brooklyn is $20.
Yeah. Well, yeah, man. Give me your social medias. You said your social medias and like say it out loud and like some people follow.
Oh yeah, so Phantom Fuego everything, and thank you guys so much. This was definitely awesome. Phantom Fuego everything, PHANTMPHUEGO. Also Wednesdays and Sundays. Oh, Henny's been on. I have my own part I'm doing called His Ghetto Point of View that I just started. It's been going really well so far. I can't complain at all. You can catch His Ghetto Point of View or spelled regular on all the normal places. Spotify,
spelled regular.
All spelled regular.
His Ghetto Point of View spelled regular. Okay.
Apples, Googles,
okay. HGPOV.
Yeah, acronym HGPOV, and then I got the HGPOV IG page and Instagram, Twitter's. Yeah, I can definitely.
What kind of content you do on that again?
Pretty much it's been like a potluck, man. I've had a lot of different dope guests come through so far. Commander Flame came through, or Henny came through. I got a bunch of other people down the pipe. I had my homegirl Shauna J, who I went to school with, and she's now the digital manager over at Universal, and she came through dropping mad gems. So it's been dope, man. I'm having a good time. Pretty much like a overall content show, but like we've been really focusing on like entertainment news, music business stuff, a little bit of finance, because a lot of people been trying to figure out how to get to the bags now that everything is transitioning over. A little bit of
for sure.
Yeah, so it's been like a potluck show, man. But what makes it so cool is the different guests that have come through. I've been blessed. I've been fortunate.
Okay, that's ill. All right, Joy.
Yo.
Shout out to yourself. Shout out to your
Oh, shout me out to my life. What's up?
Shout outs to your life.
I got my Patreon up. I am slowly moving into Patreon life. So if y'all would kindly become my patron, patronize Black Art down at the bottom. Patreon.com/thegodisarts. You can also find me www.thegodis.arts online and on the internet. It's J_the_God_is. I'll show y'all in a second. Yeah, I'm nice and smoked, so
certified.
That's the way to be.
Yeah, I cut my own hair today. I think it looks nice. I don't know. I guess on camera it looks better than it probably does in clothes. But
yeah, I wouldn't have known if you ain't saying nothing. Yeah. So you did your thing.
Yeah. So yeah.
Look.
What? What you?
Hey.
It's that easy.
Was that the kid?
Yeah, that's my intern. Okay. When we broadcasting, it's intern.
Yeah, yes.
Intern.
Hey, this is my intern. Shut up. Yo, what's up? Yeah, man. As you know, as always, this is the most popular at this time in the North Brooklyn region between Bed-Stuy and Crown Heights. Everybody's always tuning in at this time from about 8:15 because we be late sometimes. Till about 10, depends on how long we want to run our mouths.
Hey.
I'm on Henny Cornelius. You can find me in some of your favorite movies. Coming up, I'm gonna be in that new Sopranos movie. Hopefully, I don't know if they kept my part.
Nice.
Got a little cameo in that. You can go back and see me in Friends from College. Go back and see my old shit. I'm trying to buy a camera, so I'm selling some new music that I got out for $1 on the internet. You can go to my Bandcamp on HennyCornelius.bandcamp, I believe.
Support this man, Bandcamp. He's dope.
Yo, we got the Patreon. You're here on YouTube or StreamYard or wherever you are. If this is the future and it's like 5 years from now and you're just checking it, still send money. My PayPal and Cash App will be the same. Still send that money. I don't know. It's definitely not Cash App, Smokes and Jokes Comedy. You got to take that off. But it is at second funniest comedian in the world. I don't know why my dad's calling me. But it's definitely Cash App Henny Cornelius. You can Cash App my first and last name. And but now that you say that, I might get a Cash App that says Smokes and Jokes Comedy unless somebody else already has it. You know what I mean? Who knows? Anyway, this has been episode 17. Phantom Fuego, Chris Carr, Patan Ars.
You can say it. You can say it.
Phantom Balls. And I'm Bulk Hogan. Let me tell you something, brother.
Yeah.
A 24-inch python.